I'm meeting historian Rolando Zelaya at the National Archives.
This is the place where the documents from the first 50 years of the 20th century are stored.
And are all of these documents backed up or protected with an electronic database?
No, there's no electronic database.
They're just here.
Not really, they're just here, and we look information on them the old way.
I've asked him to see if he can find any documents about my great-grandfather's military career after 1908.
Maybe that pile. This one.
This is it?
Please, you help me?
Oh, yeah. This is La Nación. It's a national newspaper.
National newspaper.
Dated 1919. So Gregorio Ferrera would have been 38 years old, around
Yes.
that. Okay, so this is 11 years after the last article I saw about him when he was defending President Davila.
Yes.
Can I open it?
Open, please.
It looks very fragile. And, wow. Ganar. Is that
Ganar.
it? Ganar de los derrotados de Santa María.
I have a translation for you to understand, because the Spanish this time is not the same than now.
Oh, okay. A victory for the defeated of Santa Maria. The people of Intibucá disowned and declared illegal the president of Honduras.
By this time, it's Bertrand.
By this time, it's a different president. Currently, 3/4 of the country are with us, and we have faith in achieving definitive triumph because we have justice on our side, as well as men, weapons, and money to ensure the defeat of those imposters who have violated our laws. So this announcement was signed by Engineer Felix Canales Salazar, Dr. Camilo Giron, Colonel Gregorio Herrera. Is that meant to be Gregorio Ferrera?
Gregorio Ferrera, that's a typo.
It's a typo. So by 1919, he was a colonel in the military.
Yes.
Gregorio Ferrera and other military men were declaring a revolution.
Okay, this is one of the main revolutions in the 20th century in the Honduran history. It's the revolution of 1919.
What was their reason for starting a revolution against Bertrand and his government?
President Bertrand was at the end of his period, and he doesn't want to call to the Honduran people for elections. He wants to give the presidency to a relative, Nazario Soriano. So
Wow.
they started this revolution to stop that.
So previously, my great-grandfather fought to support a liberal president, and now he's fighting against this president because he thinks it's what's best for the people.
Yes.
So they wouldn't stand for no democratic elections in their country. Yeah, that makes me so emotional for some reason.
What do you think?
It's amazing. It's really amazing. I mean, it just seemed like he stood for democracy and believed in the power of the people to create the country that they believed in. What was the outcome of the revolution?
Bertrand left the country. He was exiled. And the elections were done. Liberal Party won. Rafael López Gutiérrez was elected president since 1920.
So the next president of Honduras was elected by the people of Honduras?
By the people of Honduras.
Is there any way of knowing what happened after this announcement?
There's another document I want you to see.
Wow.
The United States had interest in the stability of Honduras because there were investments, especially in the Banana Republic. And I found this, a magazine.
Is this an original Time magazine?
Yeah.
Wow, from September 15, 1924. In March, President Rafael López Gutiérrez died. His term of office had expired on February 1st, but he had kept himself in office by establishing a dictatorship.
And that's the reason why Ferrera started the revolution fighting against Gutierrez.
So my great-grandfather was fighting against a dictatorship.
Yes.
After much fighting, the revolt came to an end. The rival parties were brought together and agreed upon the selection of General Tosta as provisional president. Less than 3 months later, revolution again broke out. General Ferrera My great-grandpa's name is in Time magazine. That's kind of amazing. And insane that I didn't know that. Charged that his old friend, General Tosta, was seeking to perpetuate discord in the country at the same time he disclaimed any personal ambitions for himself. Wow. I wish I knew more about what drove General Ferrera to call for a revolution against his used-to-be ally, General Tosta.
They were friends in one revolution. They are enemies in this following revolution. They are liberal, they are nationalist, or the nationalists become liberal, and they are in that game.
Right.
And it's all through the first 33 years of the 20th century, everyone is playing that game.
What stands out to me about these revolutions is that regardless of party affiliation, when he didn't agree with what the presidents were doing, he had no qualms about starting a revolution against them. And I'm interested to see where he ultimately ended up.
We don't have any more documents here, sorry. Let's check what we can find in ancestry.com.
Oh, right. Maybe they have some more articles about him. Okay, Gregorio Ferrera lived in Honduras.
Any event? The Red Revolution was in 24. We need to know after.
1925. Results. Okay.
Yeah.
From the San Antonio Express, Thursday morning, April 16th, 1925. So Gregorio would be 44 years old at this point. So almost a year after the revolution against Tosta. Again, hearing from the irrepressible Ferrera. So this article reveals that in 1925, Miguel Barahona was elected president, and shortly after, he arranged to purchase large amounts of guns from the US government, which displeased my great-grandfather. Notorious for his political obstinacy, reputedly is again in the field with an insurgent force. General Gregorio Ferrera
Rise up, a new revolution.
Rose up again. I think there's a question of were those revolutions justified? You know, was there ever a chance for stability with the presidents that were elected, or did Gregorio Ferrera have cause to revolt time after time after time? I'm interested to know what happens next. Of course, that's my question over and over is what next, what next?